Hey guys, it's JC's Reborn Journey here. So I am here with these two babies. This is my boy and this is my girl by the same artist. Um, I do want to talk a little bit about what is going on. I feel like a lot of people aren't really honest or they don't talk about it, and I feel it's really important to talk about because um, artists aren't going to fix their mistakes if they don't know about it. I'm not going to directly tell them because, I feel, but I feel like we have a right to talk about how we feel. Now, I need to tell you right now, I love my babies. I absolutely love her. I love them both. But it's more the sculpt than, I like her painting, but I know what this person can do because of him. So to do it not as well for her, I feel like, if you're paying the same, kind of money. The other thing too is this was only a limited edition of 15, and I'm not sure if it was 15 per baby, like 15 open-eyed and 15 closed-eyed. I don't know. I think it was just 15 either way, and she did 50 of these. So I feel like artists sometimes overwhelm themselves and then they get themselves in a bigger hole than they need to be in. If you wanted to do 50, I would have had, if I was going to do 50, I would probably sell 20 at a time or 15 at a time, and then that way, or at least let these people know, I'm going to need 2 months, I'm going to need 3 months, I'm going to need 4 months, etc. So, because the thing is I would have rather waited even longer to get her, knowing that she was as well painted as him. And I know that there are other people that have gotten this baby that weren't happy with it. They just didn't tell you. So, this is what I'm going to talk about. Now, I am going to lift this up, so if people don't want to see fake body parts, now would be a good time to stop watching this. But I'm going to show you their details, okay? So, the first thing I can tell you about her that me and my boyfriend don't really love is this little, overly done crack area thing. This part right here. I feel like whether it's on a big baby, a little baby, it doesn't matter. It's just, we don't really have that in real life. Babies don't really have that big of a thing. So that was kind of overly done. I liked how his was done better. I feel like there's a little bit of pulling on the legs, so I don't know if she did that way so you can kind of, not have that problem. But I personally don't care for this piece right here. The other thing that, his paint is starting to come off, but the one thing that I really liked about him that made him really look real was the blue undertone. You had two paints. You had the blue undertone, and then you had the, the pink overtone. So it looked so much real. Now, I can tell you right now, there are parts of the undertone where you can actually see actual paint. I don't like that part. I feel like things need to be blended in a little better than that. But for the most part, I liked them a lot better. I feel like the paint, like this one, there's just barely any paint on the bottom of the feet. I do like that her nails are sealed, like they're tipped. His aren't, so I like that about her. All her fingers, if you can see. I just want to say too, I feel like her hands are, I'm going to tell you what I think that people, when they see this baby, they're going to say to me. They're going to be like, oh my God, her hands are enormous. So I feel like, if you look at his size and you look at her size, they look about the same size, but her arms are longer and her hands are like twice the size of his. So there are some things that aren't, I do like that her feet are bigger. I think her feet and his feet are almost twice the size. See? But they look like the same size baby. She's a little bit more chunky in the leg. She's a little bit more, she's got a different form here. So he's more, oval right here, as you can see. So, their custom diapers that I have for them aren't going to be in with this one. Yeah, I just feel like the paintwork could have done a little bit better of a job, but she's painted. I'm happy. I'm not complaining. I'm just telling you facts and details and stuff like that. So that is their front, and then let me show you their back. So as you can see, what I mean by the detail in the painting, like, I don't know if we can get any closer to that, but see his blue undertones, and then you see her, she's got no blue undertones, so she doesn't look as real as him. So, but that is all I really wanted to talk about. I do love both my babies. Every baby is different. Every artist is different. But it's tough when you're getting it from the same artist, but you didn't get it, you know, you paid the same, but you didn't get the same quality work. So I don't know if she decided just not to use blue undertones this time or what, but you know, if you're not going to use blue undertones, do a couple of veins. I mean, there's nothing. I got to get her repainted because of this. So I am going to try and paint silicone myself, and then when I feel like I am good enough, you know, they need to be repainted anyways, so we'll try and get them both repainted eventually. So, because there's even spots here that don't even look painted. They didn't have that at the time. They were very well painted. So you know what, I feel like it was appropriate to talk about this because I know that there are other people that just got these babies and may not be as happy as they would have been if they got it painted like them. I mean, again, like I said, you know, their paint is coming off. You can see it's coming off right here and on the chin. So I'm hoping to get them repainted at some point. I would like to learn how to paint like this so I can just repaint them like that. And that's really it. So thank you guys so much for watching, and please subscribe. Thanks, guys.